Hey, okay, so welcome to the Live the Smart Way podcast, or welcome back. It is with unbelievable pleasure right now that I am going to introduce someone that is so near and dear to my heart. His name is Justin, and Justin's one of those guys that he's kind, he's genuine, and oh my God, is this guy smart. I met Justin years ago in the health and wellness industry, and we just clicked, and we've remained friends ever since. And Justin is here on the Live the Smart Way podcast, and we're going to be talking about something that I am super happy and excited to talk about, and it's called CBD oil. Everyone, I'm sure you're seeing it all over the internet right now. I've been noticing a lot of the larger brands in herbs are getting into this. And let's hear the truth on CBD oil and what it is, why we should take it, and how we take it. So Justin, please tell us a little bit about you, your company, and the amazingness of CBD oil.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you for the lovely introduction, Kathy. It's much appreciated. I'm a little bit flattered and blushing right now.
Hooray.
Quick synopsis. About 2012, I was diagnosed with a bunch of, severe issues in my health. Second stage kidney failure, jaundice, anxiety, depression. I had psoriasis all over my face and like boils growing up my lymph nodes. After trying the doctor's pharmaceutical way to try and fix myself, I found myself even closer to death, suicidal at some points. And then I had a blessing come across my path where I tried a different route, all natural. I started doing a vegan diet at the time. I was drinking, up to 10 ounces of wheatgrass juice a day. And when I went back to the hospital 3 months later, blood work, ECGs, everything that they did when they diagnosed me, they told me that they had misdiagnosed me because it's impossible to reverse the things that I did. And I even showed them my video diaries and my blogs and everything. And, sure enough, that actually got me in more trouble because I had a letter from Health Canada threatening me with a fine and potential jail time for giving false and misleading hope to people. Had I known what I know now, I would have never deleted those videos. But it is what it is. And it was a great learning experience. So after being in the health industry for about 4 or 5 years now, and helping, major companies like Giddy Yo-Yo or Silkany Raw Virgin Coconut Oil, I just sort of I kept doing what I do. I throw conscious social events. And then one day in March this past year, this company, New Leaf, sort of landed on my lap, like literally. And I've been a cannabis advocate for quite some time, and I know what the healing benefits of hemp and cannabis are, aside from my 100%. Recreational use from time to time. Yep. But with that being said, I had tried many different CBD oils for anxiety, depression, also inflammation. I do work out at the gym, get some injuries from way back that will swell up. In that inflammation is 85. I think it's like something like 85% of all pain related feelings actually come from inflammation. So sure enough, I started trying this product, and after the first day of using it, I was like, wow, this stuff blows my mind. So I did a little bit more research on it. The more I researched about New Leaf, I found out that they're like literally in the top 3 CBD oils. I would say number 1 in over 40 countries across the globe. And so, after diligently sort of educating people since March and trying, putting it into different people's and ambassadors' hands, it got to the point where I landed the exclusive distribution rights for it here in Canada. And, so now here we are, just, continuing on the path of expansion and educating people on the benefits of taking a non-psychoactive hemp-based CBD oil. And so, I mean, there's a misconception. When people think about CBD, they think about cannabis and getting high. And the hemp plant itself, which is in the cannabis family, actually does have like almost 0 THC. Not zero, but it roughly about 0.3% THC, which is the psychoactive properties in cannabis. So, ours actually has 0.146 percent, which is like less than half of the legal allowable limit plus the psychoactive effects. So
Yeah.
it's an organic product. It's non-GMO. It's packaged in medical grade containers, and it's changing the lives of so many people. At the same
Yeah.
time, like a lot of people have been taking painkillers
Yeah.
for different issues that they have with pain, and including I've got an emergency room doctor from Guelph, Ontario, who has back pains and all these different things. He was taking pharmaceuticals. Since he's been taking the product, within the first 2 weeks, he was able to reduce his painkiller medication by half in the first 2 weeks. So that
Wow.
will tell you something about the benefits of introducing CBD into the body system and
Yeah.
helping the body to reduce anxiety, have a better mental clarity. Sorry about the helicopters that are flying over me here.
Helicopter!
And then on top of it, like massively reducing the amount of inflammation into the body.
Yeah.
So, and please excuse all the noises and pings. We're doing this on my cell phone here, so it's just sort of an endless
Hey. No,
stream of
it's
contacts and notifications here.
this is life, right? This is life. Life is not on a track, nor is it in a studio. Thus, our interviews are raw, right to the heart of the matter. So, one of the questions I have, right? Like, one of the questions I have, and why haven't we used CBD oil like 20 years ago? But yet, all these pharmaceutical medications that are known to have all these side effects that are actually worse than the condition that in which they were prescribed for. What
Well,
is it?
to answer this question, I'd have to say it's going to be my personal opinion and my
Yep,
personal truth, because I can't speak for everyone and I can't speak for the government and
yep,
pharmaceutical companies. But back in the 30s, cannabis itself was not illegal. I mean, there were
no,
so many different cannabis products.
yep,
My personal opinion is this is such a magical plant and has
hmm,
so many different healing properties that it was taking away profits from
yeah,
big pharmaceutical companies that would create these drugs that may help with one thing over here, but give you 10 other side effects, damaging your liver, damaging your kidneys,
yeah,
causing other type of stress related issues into the mental psyche. So I
yeah,
mean, in my opinion, the reason why is because this actually could be quote unquote a full potency healing for not just psychological issues but also physical issues. And when it comes down to shareholders and corporations, and it's all about the money. That's all it's
yeah.
about. It's not about healing people. It's not about helping people. Again, this is my personal opinion, but I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that share the same viewpoint as I do.
Well, and the statistics show it as well, right? So here we are in a society where, there's never been as many fitness and diets and, people taking drugs, yet never has there been such an unhealthy society. So I think we need to take a step back and really think about how we have done things in the medical system. So I think this is awesome. I'm personally looking forward to it. Those of you who know me know I have something called rheumatoid arthritis and celiac disease. So basically, I live in the state of inflammation and having to keep it at bay. I'm blessed as I've been able to make that a career in helping others. However, I myself get times where my joints are sore. So I'm looking forward to trying Justin's what he's doing myself and personally, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Also, I've been looking at some studies. The studies that are coming out on CBD oil are quite honestly, I've highlighted a few of them, and I'm like, why is not everyone talking about this right now? And if they're not, they better. And I hope after this podcast that they are. Um, Justin, in your experience in the health industry, how have how has the health industry accepted CBD oil?
Well, the industry is one thing, but the people or the individuals or the entrepreneurs of the
Yeah,
businesses themselves, they, a majority of them know what's going on and how big
yeah,
this can be. I mean, with the legalization of cannabis in Canada for recreational use approaching July 1st, hemp is actually, from the different studies that I've been reading in the Senate bills, hemp will not be regulated like cannabis is. Well, cannabis,
yep,
like they'll be in certain stores. Well, CBD
yep,
spectrum CBD or CBD isolates or CBD oils. They're going to be like over-the-counter products that you're going to be able to get at any grocery store,
I love
convenience.
it.
And mark my words, by this time next year, you look at all the food products that are already on the shelf, you're going to
Yeah.
see CBD infused, CBD this, CBD,
Oh, 100%.
yeah, and for good reason too, right? So, I mean, in the U.S., funny enough, with their laws and rules and regulations, CBD oil is legal. It's actually a legal product that you can buy anywhere. And it's interesting too, because I find Canada is a very, very progressive country. We're going to be the very first, we're going to be the first country that legalizes the recreational use of cannabis from coast to coast.
Yes.
And, but with that being said, pardon my French, but pisses me off is even the way it sits right now with the proper licensing to be able to grow cannabis or hemp. In Canada, they make it illegal for Canadians to extract from the full plant of the hemp plant. Now, so if you're just, and our laws only allow us to extract the stem and the seeds. Well, how are you going to get the full benefits of the plant if you can't even get the flowers and the buds that are on the plant? So this is why I actually went with, aside from the fact that the quality of their product, but New Leaf Naturals, which is out of Denver, Colorado. Not only do they grow the hemp themselves, extract it, bottle it, and ship it. So your quality control is amazing. It's immaculate. They oversee the whole process from A to Z, but they actually extract from the full plant. So I'd rather get all the healing properties than just half the healing properties. If you compare the minimum dosage to New Leaf compared to some of the other leading brands in Canada, you'll find that for a few of them that I was looking at the other day, 15 tiny drops from the syringe of a Canadian brand will give you about 4 milligrams of CBD. Whereas New Leaf, you take 10 drops, which is 5 drops less, you're getting 24 milligrams of CBD, right? So the potency, plus you're getting the full spectrum of the hemp plant. You're not missing any healing properties. And there's the whole body has, I forget how many receptors we have in the human body, but we have an endocannabinoid system, and we have CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors. CB1 focuses more on the mental psyche, the clarity, and then the CB2 focuses more on the rest of the body with your inflammation. So, I mean, I know if I'm going to be doing something, I'm going to be doing it 110%. So there's no half-assing within my life, the way I do things. And so that's, I'd rather take something that's going to give me the full spectrum, all the healing properties, and also, like, as I said, the quality control. The USDA and EcoCert in Canada won't certify organic anything that's hemp or cannabis. However, we have third-party lab testing from 2 different labs that have run pesticides and heavy metal tests. We like, not even parts per million. Zero. There's zero at all whatsoever. So in my heart and my feeling, that's beyond organic. I think it's great that we have a way to recognize what's organic and what's not. But if you really go deeper into it, it's not really all it seems to be. For me, it's more of like a money grab, and in a sense, not completely, but I'd rather have a beyond organic product than an organic, certified body.
Absolutely. Quality over quantity, right? And so for those of you that are just maybe tuning in, or you're just kind of catching a little bit of the end of this, we're talking about CBD oil. We're talking about a company called New Life. It is like a new life.
It is like a new life. Yes.
Was that a mistake? No. New Leaf.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. So we're talking about the benefits of CBD oil. And one of the things that I was reading this morning is we're talking about studies to use CBD oil for anxiety and social anxiety. And with all of the, what's just happened lately, Kate Spade, she sadly, she did take her life, and then the famous chef. And I think there's a real shift that's happening in society, that we're looking for answers as to why people get anxious, why they get depressed, and all the money and the antidepressants aren't working. People are looking for different solutions that won't have the side effects. So I had the honor of introducing Margaret Trudeau a couple weeks ago, and it was interesting because at the time when she was given medication for her bipolar, it actually made her worse.
Mm-hmm.
And so something I was sitting there thinking, I wonder if she was given something like a CBD oil that doesn't have those side effects. I wouldn't be surprised if it would have helped her a lot. So I'm quite excited myself that something like this is available. I'm very much looking myself forward to July 1st. I don't know about you, Justin. Are you?
I've been looking forward to it since I was like 15.
Right? Same. I love how life is amazing, right? And the more that we can provide information to people that helps them heal, that helps them live a smarter life without all the side effects of pharmaceuticals, folks, I really want you to start reading about CBD oil. And it's I can't wait myself personally. So New Leaf, how do we find out more about your company, Justin? Like, let's say someone right now is listening and they've got a lot of anxiety, or they have some sleep issues, or they have a lot of inflammation, or quite frankly, they are just they can't even go out in social scenarios, or they're in a lot of pain in their joints. How can we get in touch with you? How can we find out more?
For sure. So a few different things. The most direct way is go to our webpage, which is isellgrass.com. Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
so that web page again is isellgrass.com.
Yep,
Hash,
isellgrass.com. isellgrass.com.
I love it. Yep.
And as well, like I'll provide my information for your fans there or your viewers. Always you can connect with me on Facebook, facebook.com/boothboss. All my personal contact information is in there. I'm not someone who hides behind the curtains or anything like that. I'm very upfront. I'm very transparent. You know me. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Being said, if anyone has any questions that maybe are not answered in the FAQ on my webpage, or they just want to reach out and have a little bit more in-depth conversation, then my cell phone is 416-576-2766. And as I said, I mean, you know me, Kathy. I want to help people. It's great. I get high off seeing other people transform their life, and it's a feel-good feeling. Call it selfish, but I enjoy it, and I really love being a inspiration to people. So yeah.
I don't think it's selfish. I think pure love actually is the joy of giving it away.
Yeah, I feel that.
Right? So
So
you're giving love to everyone in this. They can have a new life with New Leaf. There.
Yeah. So So CBD oil, the reason why I chose oil over powder is because of the absorption rate into the body. There's a lot and I'm not taking anything away from any other products, because I think it's great that people just get into their system as it is. But when we take pills, like CBD pills or any other vitamin or mineral, it goes into our digestive system, and the acids in our stomach actually break it down fast. So we only really get 18 to 35% absorption rate of the foods and the medicines we eat that way.
That's right.
So with CBD oil, this is a sublingual application. There's only 2 ingredients. They're using hemp seed oil as the carrier, and they infuse the CBD from the hemp plant into that oil. So you got a 1-to-2 ratio. Very potent. What you do is you take your dropper, you drop it underneath your tongue, so it's sitting on your carotid arteries.
Yeah.
And the oil, the CBDs in the oil will absorb through that carotid artery. They come up in between your eyes and your brain. It passes the blood-brain barrier and then slowly works its way through your system. And that's why, as well, like for people that are having panic attacks or stress disorders, the speed of what this does to help you go from like a 10 down to a 3 is amazing. And it's not just for humans too. I have my dog who's going to get me over the door here, Marley. She's 11 years old. She's got she had a little bit of hip problems, but she also has a separation anxiety when my dad leaves the house, right? And so Marley has been using CBD oil since I've been using it. I give her like 2 drops a day. I put it on my finger, put it into her mouth, and then she comes and licks up the rest that's on the plate. honestly, like it's like she's like 4 or 5 years old again. She's like a
Oh,
puppy all over, and she doesn't have those like stress when my dad leaves and shakes and like going all crazy and stuff like that. So it's
right?
not for humans, it is for animals as well. Cats, dogs. I even have a person who reached out to me, and you know, funny enough but not funny, is their parrot has seizures. And so so,
Oh,
so he's been putting one drop in the water, and the
yeah,
parrot hasn't had a seizure in over 3 weeks. And we're talking about like every 2-3 days, this parrot would like fall over and twitch and stuff like that. So again, coming back full circle, it is a magical plant. It has magical healing properties, and it's the real deal. It's not made up. This has changed my life, and it's changing so many other people's lives. It's not like you can. I don't think it's possible to overdose on it. I guess there's always possibility of taking too much of something, but I believe that CBD really should be consumed by every person, because it also activates your endocannabinoid system, and the foods that we,
yes,
it allows us to receive more of the healing properties from the foods that we eat. So,
yeah,
you know, you doing what you do in the health industry, you know the importance of the absorption rate of the like the minerals and nutrients that we need in our body, so that we can function at a higher level, right? And
yeah.
so who doesn't want to function at a higher level?
Absolutely. And I love too, you talked about, one of the things it's good for is anxiety, panic attacks, and PTSD. If
Mhm.
anyone's ever had panic attacks or PTSD, it's no joke. And the drugs that are available truly can oftentimes the side effects are worse. So I'm thrilled that something like CBD oil is available. Even I was recommending it to a client a week or two ago, because the options that are out there for anxiety, truly, they can often make it worse. So I love that you talked about the parrot and the dog, because when you live with anxiety, that is not a life. So
No.
this is just, I'm thrilled. I think you can all tell I'm thrilled. I can't wait to try it. I love that Canada is doing this. Little smart fact, people may or may not know this. My mother-in-law, Janet Smart, I think it was her grandfather, was a hemp farmer in the 30s. Hemp has been around for so long. Oh yeah, so the smart roots are hemp, baby. How cool is that?
So
Right? Right? So I'm gonna have to ask my mother-in-law, and I remember that her telling me the story of Grandpa Smart, and in the 30s he was a hemp farmer. He made quite a bit of money, if my memory serves me right. Very traditional English family in the 30s, and anyways, our roots are hemp. I'm glad to see that we can flourish with New Leaf here. I love
oh,
it.
beautiful. And Kathy, I'll if you send me your address, I will. I'm sold out. I have a tough time keeping it right now,
That's
but I'll send you.
awesome.
My next shipment should be here on Wednesday, so
Wait,
I'll send one out
let
rush for you as well.
thank you so much. I cannot, I legit cannot, and I'm going to let people know. And I'm also, when I tweet this out and Instagram it out, I'm going to put some of the studies that I've read, and also too, let's just stop the truck for a second. You sold out.
Yeah, I can't keep it in stock. It's too it's I mean that's the biggest problem that I have with the CBD oil, and I'm actually pretty cool with that problem.
Canada, the people have spoken.
Awesome. All right,
Anyway,
guys.
thank you, Justin, so much. Folks, if you're looking to have a new life with less anxiety, less inflammation, right? And just basically, who doesn't want to be cool like Justin? If you could see him right now, he's looking quite fine. I'd be wanting to take new life, new life. I keep saying new life. I don't want, why is that? I think,
It's a new life with new leaf. Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways, Justin, thank you so much. Guys, make sure to check out his website. Make sure to do a little bit of research on the companies, but I strongly suggest and get behind New Leaf myself for a new life. Justin, thanks for taking the time today. I really appreciate it.
Bye,
Love you,
guys.
dude.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.